Hey guys, what's up? So I don't know if you saw the gameplay demo of The Division at this year's E3, but when I watched it, it immediately brought back like deja vu memories of Watchdogs and The Witcher because it looked nowhere near as good as the gameplay demo we've seen in the year before and even in 2013. So to me, as it stands right now, and obviously we're not even close to release, but looking at that gameplay demo, it looks very much as if The Division suffers the same fortune as Watch Dogs and The Witcher. It looks like it's gotten a significant downgrade. Now, I'm not going to put any screenshots in this video because I feel the actual gameplay shows it so much better. I also don't want to put the gameplay of the actual game in here because there might be copyright issues and then they're going to flag my video. So I'll put a link down in the description of a guy who actually went through the effort of downloading all three gameplay demos from 2013, 14 and this year's E3 and putting them one after the other, and you can just see such a significant change in the graphics. In the 2015 version, everything looks gray, everything looks washed out, while previously it just looked like an absolutely stunning game. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game still looks presentable, it doesn't look horrible by all means, but if you have your expectations set at a level of the previous year's demos, then it's just such a big disappointment. I think probably the game will still be fun because it does look like it's gonna have like a quite good gameplay mechanic, no matter how it looks really. Another thing we need to highlight is that in this year's demo, they kind of showed the dark zone, which is this apparently highly contaminated zone of the city where there's no sunlight. So obviously the game has a dynamic weather system, and changing the lighting can have a big effect on how everything looks and feels. But my personal feeling, and I'm just kind of guessing here, it just looked so much worse. The textures were not crisp, everything looked washed out, everything looked really flat. And I would imagine that even if they play in the dark zone, as they call it, Ubisoft would want to show the game from its best side, right? So obviously they're not really doing that here. And looking at Watch Dogs, I mean, it's a different studio that worked on Watch Dogs than the guys who are working on The Division, but it really seems like Ubisoft have really overestimated the power of the current gen consoles. Now, in the Ubisoft forum, someone asked them regarding this issue and said, look, are you going to downgrade the game? Will there be a downgrade? Because obviously people had a horrible experience with Watch Dogs, so the question was justified. And so on the 26th of, I think, June 2014, so just before last year's E3, Ubi Antoine, who is probably like a forum moderator coming from Ubisoft, said the following: "We have absolutely no intention to downgrade the game. What you saw at E3 is what we believe is representative of the final Xbox One experience. Also, as you know, Massive has its roots in PC development with titles like Ground Control and World in Conflict. We know and love PC. The PC version won't get a port, it will get a full-fledged optimized version with performance and fidelity worthy of the PC platform." Now, what does that remind me of? Let me think about. Oh right, it reminds me of The Witcher. The developers of The Witcher said the exact same thing. Obviously you kind of have to say it, because if you say, oh yeah, well, we realize the new consoles don't have enough power and it's a bit of a shit platform, so we have to downgrade the game. Sorry guys, if you say that, you ruin it, you cause a massive shitstorm. And with an answer like the one I just read out, you hopefully steer around this issue a little bit and steer the attention away from it. I also find it very interesting that besides in the video I linked in the description and like one article that I saw, this downgrade was mentioned nowhere. And I think it definitely is something that should be discussed because it is a big issue. It's not about this particular downgrade. It is generally about developers and publishers over-promising on their games and showing us footage that looks nothing like the actual game in the end, which is like a really shitty trend that I think should be flagged up and discussed. On the other hand, obviously this is good news for all the PC users with less powerful rigs, because it means the game will probably run smooth even your rig is not really up to date. Which also applies to me. You know, I don't have like a really modern up-to-speed rig, so I'm, you know, not entirely angry or disappointed about this. I just thought I'd flag it up, guys. Go to the link down in the description, click the video and take a look at this breakdown of the trailers. It's absolutely shocking, to be honest, if you expect The Division to look really, really good, unless the whole thing changes on a scale that I can't imagine how that would work at the moment. We will definitely see a significant downgrade on The Division. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Is this something that will actually bug you, or do you not really care, or do you feel that the whole downgrade debate is like overrated and shouldn't be had? What are your thoughts? Leave it all down in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can subscribe to my channel. You can leave me a like, do all the good stuff, share the video if you enjoyed it. So guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Bye.